Hello everyone, welcome to today's speech on the introduction of our election system. Thanks for my colleague Jack's introduction before me. He said why he will choose our system in a view of the person who wants to get the result. And just as my teammates Jack said about me, the electric voting system for election can make a faster and more accurate way to get the result of the election. This is the reason why he will choose our system from the view of a person who cares about the result. Now, in my part, I will explain to you why I also want to choose this system in a view of a technical person. Yes, and in my part, I will introduce the system from the size of the person who entering the data and who have the management of the data. And I will explain this system by our thoughts and the algorithms we used in this system. Yes. Now let's begin with the part of the entry of the data. We all know that if we use the traditional paper votes, it is really a waste of time and the human resources because we need to give out the traditional paper votes and we need to collect it by hand, and we also need to collect and entering the data by ourselves. This is a time-consuming one, yes, because we have many experience that if we use the traditional vote, we have to examine whether the vote is useful for the election or whether it's legal for the election. Yes, and there are another big issue about using the traditional paper votes, and this one is the fairness. From history, we know even some big and essential elections, there are something wrong with the election because there are some stuff in the election make changes to the votes, so this can make the result unfair. And it is important that voting is one thing that was very important on the fairness. Yes, so I will introduce our system when comparing with the traditional one. The first one is that if you using our system to take a vote, yes, you only need to deliver the special votes, which have the empty blocks, and the blocks will filled by the pencil. And then after the person who wants to vote, you collect all the votes together, and you can only put all the votes in one machine. And the machine will do everything, including the calculating the number of people who votes, and it will collect other information of the votes. Yes, and this will make it sounds that this way we can save much of time and many human resources. Yes, and you may think that even though we use the electric voting system, the fairness can either not be guaranteed. Yes, but the things was different because our system is official, authorized, and being used for many essential votes, so it is reliable and we can trust it. Yes, and there is another way that we can guarantee the result is fair, is that there are two main groups of people who continue concentrate in the in the running situation of the voting system. One group is that the election community, and the other is the professional group from our company. We can both of the group of people can make the votes in this system fairness and legal, because our in the scanning of the votes, we can our system can ignore the illegal or the repeat votes at the same time. So you don't need to worry the situation that if someone fill the votes for one time, no, it will never happen in our machine. Okay, let's move into the part of the management. Every vote in our system have its own number and have its own information. So if you want to look into one vote, you just need to maybe put in some important words, essential words, or the number of the votes, and all the information it will be displayed. For example, the voter's name, yes, where the when and where the voter hand in his vote. This can all be seen in our system, okay? And this is very important for another way to monitor the votes and its fairness. Okay, let's go to the part of that why we need why many people will choose our system from the algorithm side in the computer science. Okay, the program language of our system is the Python, and you don't know Python because I will explain the result to you. There are two means of sorting because we need to make sure who is the highest, yes, the election person with the highest votes, and there are two main sorting methods in Python. The one is the built-in sort, and another one is the quick sort. And from the picture I showed in the outline and on the slides, you can see that the method we used, which is quick sort, is much faster than the built-in sort in almost all occasions, especially the occasion with the high volume, which means there are many votes, and our quick sort can solve the problem very quick. And this is the very important one because you know that although we use electric voting system, the time efficiency is very important when our applying the votes in our electric system. Yes, because that a better time efficiency can guarantee the system with the stability. Yes, and in this case, the system will run smoothly. Okay, and let's come to the part with that since the Python language is not a language that's very difficult, so by our introduction, maybe someone in your company can easily handle this system, and you can solve some problems by yourselves. This have two main advantages. That means that you do not need to book an appointment from us to service for your problems. Although yes, I admit that our service is very good, and you can use us when necessary, but it is more time efficient that you can solve the problem by yourself. And what is the better one is that it saves your cost. Yes. And then when we come to the interpretation of the result, our designers in our team just cite the winner time and the list of the person who was to be elected on the list, and you can just say who got the highest votes. Yes, you can see that clearly. Okay, in summary, from my side of a computer engineer, I think our system can solve the calculating of the votes of this election easily, and it is very easy to understand, both program language and our algorithms. Okay, and next, my teammate Tom will introduce how is our system after the service. And let's passing the speech to Tom. Thank you for watching my part. Thank you.